Hey Temple fans, welcome to Owl Outlook. I'm your host, Fran Duffy. It's day 5 of training camp, and today on Owl Outlook, as part of our positional preview, we're going to focus on the wide receivers, a position that was a big story coming out of spring ball. Though the focus then was on the young guys in the position, today we're going to talk about the 2 senior wideouts in the receiving corps. Our Josh Roltenberg has more on the sideline. Josh, take it away.
Thanks, Fran. We're here day 5 of Temple House training camp, and I'm joined now by senior wideout Nyles Bynum. And Nyles, how's training camp going so far?
It's going well. As you can see, we had a very passionate day today. You know, you can't ask for much more from the team. We definitely brought a lot of energy today.
And working with a guy like Coach Spence, who comes from a program like Syracuse and before that Clemson, how do you feel knowing that you're working with somebody who has some big-time experience?
Well, you have to love it because you have to love what he could bring to the table. He offers us a lot of knowledge, a lot of just experience of being on the field and coaching receivers who's made it to the league. He has plenty of players that's been in the league, so you can't take anything but his knowledge and apply it to your game.
Well, obviously he can make players stand out, but I'm going to ask you if any players over the course of training camp so far on both the offensive and defensive side of the ball have stood out to you.
Well, of course, my fellow wide receiver, Mike Campbell, he's putting together an excellent training camp. He's definitely somebody to look at. You know, as our running back, Matt Brown, is showing his competitive side extremely well today, so I got to like it. And on the defensive side, Jaquan is definitely showing out, and you know, he's from New York, so the New York kids got to show out.
Well, speaking of the defensive side of the ball and your receiving core, former receiver James Nixon decided to switch sides of the ball. Talk a little bit about that and the transition that he's had to go through.
Nixon's had a tough transition going through all the rigorous things of learning about the cornerback position because it's not easy to play cornerback here at Temple. But what I've liked about Nixon is that he's came out here and he's worked with Jaquan and he's worked with all the other DBs when nobody else was out here. It was just them, and they've been working on his form, his tackling, his backpedaling. So it's been really great pleasure to see him develop into a true DB.
Sounds like you need a lot of mental toughness to change positions like that, but I know that you wear the number 8, and here at Temple, if you wear a low number like that, you've got some pretty good toughness to yourself. How do you feel knowing that you take on a tough guy role here on the team?
It's not necessarily a tough guy role because a lot of tough guys are false bravado, as they say. I just come out here and I give 110% effort for those guys over there that you see and the guys that you see on the practice field. They mean more to me, and I guess that makes me, if that makes me a tough player, that makes me a tough player, so be it. But, you know, I'm going to give 110 for them, and I'm going to give 110 for this team so we can win.
Well, I know you're a tough guy, but I also know that you have a sense of humor. And we were talking a little bit about before the show that you're going through a little bit of a talent show with the wide receivers. So I know you have something planned, but reveal what you'd like about it.
What I like about it is the thing about humor and the thing about me is you got to be able to laugh at yourself. So we're going to point out a couple people and hopefully they'll laugh at themselves. So it's going to be a beautiful thing. I hope y'all get to see it. It's going to be funny. I think we're going to shoot it tonight, so it's going to be a good one.
Are there any wide receivers out there like Terrell Owens or Ocho Cinco who are going to make this thing, pretty funny?
As a collective group, we're going to make it hilarious. More hilarious than that show.
All right, thanks, Nyles.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
We're here now joined by senior wideout Michael Campbell. And Mike, how's training camp been so far?
Training camp has been rough, but we're working through it. We're all getting better out here. And we're just looking forward to, getting better as a unit, offense and defense. And, it's hot out here, but we're pushing through it.
And your unit in particular, the wide receivers, you're coached now by Coach Spence. This is his first year coming from Syracuse and Clemson. How do you feel knowing that you're in his hands?
I feel confident in his coaching ability, I feel like he's going to put us in the right situations and teach us all the right techniques in order to succeed out there on the field.
Well, speaking of succeeding, there's got to be some guys who have stood out to you maybe on the offensive and defensive side of the ball.
Yeah, of course, you got Bernard Pierce. He's up for Heisman. We're all rooting for him. We're all, backing him. Offensive line, always they're the guys who get everything going. Chester Stewart. On the defensive side of the ball, you got Jaquan, who's holding the secondary together, and you got Muhammad and Adrian, who's holding D-line together. So those are the guys who stand out for me.
Jaquan's got a new guy joining his defensive backs, and one of your former, James Nixon. He had to go through a transition moving from the offensive to defensive side of the ball. Talk a little about his transition and maybe how it's going for him so far.
Well, the transition is going to be hard for him, but it's not going to be that hard because he's naturally an athlete and he's fast. So, where he lacks in technique, he always makes up in speed. So he's fine, though. He's been doing good this camp.
And your transition from high school to college, it almost seemed like it was very natural for you. I mean, you didn't redshirt at all. Talk a little bit about, not having to take that extra year to, learn the offense and learn everything about the college game.
Well, physically, I was ready for the college game. I was always, bigger than the defensive backs. I could always run past people, But mentally, I wasn't ready, and I feel like over the years I have developed my mental toughness, and now I'm ready to put it all together and have a big senior year.
So thank you, Mike.
Thank you, Josh.
Appreciate it. That was senior wideout Michael Campbell, and now we'll take a look at the rest of the wide receivers here on day 5.
Get it out! Get one out! You ain't getting one out yet!
Oh, blow the whistle! Blow the whistle, coach! Coach, blow the whistle!
Let's go!
Ball.
Keep running!
Never scared
Keep
of the
running!
ball.
There you go!
Never scared of the ball.
Oh, come on, Lado, you got to do finish it here. Let's go! Let's go, 2 more guys. There's no way Bill's catching this.
Oh, God.
There we go. That's it. Horn.
Let's go.
Point your upfield shoulder. Show the quarterback it's emergency. React to the ball. React to the ball. So we got a team in between the two right now. Let's go. Let's group up. Let's group up. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
Ready? Let's go.
Come on, step and throw. Yeah, next group up. Next group up. That's a good throw. Good throw. That's all you do. And the ball is created by your arm.
Go get us on me. Go get us on 3. 1, 2, 3. Go get us.
The 15, the 10 block, leads in, touchdown Temple!
And now it's an interception. Oh my goodness gracious.
Deep ball, intercepted. Look at end zone, he got picked off. It was intercepted. Joseph still on his feet. Touchdown Temple. Justice Stewart going deep, has a man open. Caught. Touchdown